Oh my God, it is happening. This is actually my very first interview with one of
Oh,
our Eurovision superstars for this year's contest. I am joined by the one and only Gustaph, representing Belgium this year. Hello, Gustaph. How are you?
hello, Oz. I'm very good. How are you?
I'm very good. Very good to see you. We've been planning to do this for a very long time.
Yes,
Obviously, you've been known quite early in the game because
yes.
it was announced that you would be our Belgian superstar quite early in the game. I think it was December, January almost.
14th of January, I won the national
January.
final.
So
Yes.
thanks to you and your Bop song, actually the Eurovision hype sort of like kickstarted. Um,
Oh, okay.
it
Yeah.
is
Okay.
we are in March and things
Yes.
are getting real. How do you
Yes.
feel at the midst of this crazy schedule routine?
Well, good. It's very busy. I couldn't have imagined my life being this busy, of course, until I won. But in all, it's just a great experience, and the anticipation is great. I'm
Mhm.
enjoying listening to other songs. I'm enjoying the people who respond to the song. Obviously, I've never in my life had people from all over the world send me messages about the song. It's quite beautiful. So in all, I'm very much in awe of what's happening to me because I'm also a fan. So a part of me is there's going to be the artist Gustaph in Liverpool. There's going to be the fangirl who's going to just like be like this all the time probably when I'm there. So it's
Seriously.
beautiful. I
It's
love it.
going to be amazing, and I think like we all are going to have such a great time. Also, congratulations, extra congratulations, because the music video of "Because of You" has just got released today. Am I
Yes,
right?
you're absolutely right. That just was released this morning.
This morning, it was the first thing that I saw actually this morning after waking up, and I was like,
Oh,
okay, this
nice.
is a great way to start the day. Let's watch the music video. I loved it so much.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
I just love that it also like stood for being a lyric video.
Yes,
I just would like to talk about that a little bit because
yes,
apart from being a bop, a catchy poppy song, I think the song stands for being like an anthem for
yes,
people who would like to be seen, who would like to be
yes,
acknowledged, and who would like to just, channel into their inner divas and
yes.
superstars as they are.
I
That
think that you, I think you actually just summarized the song in a very good way. Actually, I think you should do my
well,
PR from now on. Actually, that's
that happens
amazing.
when you listen to your song 10 times a day on loop. That happens seriously.
Well, keep in touch. I can use you. I can use you. You're very good at selling the song. I love it.
Okay,
I love
okay, hire me. I'm available.
it.
But I just want to ask you, within the song, you say because of you, this whole thing has happened. Because of you, I'm strong. Because
Right,
of you, I am invincible,
right.
etc. Who is that you?
Well, the you can be many a thing, but in my case, I really wanted to speak about. Let me say this: I wrote a song with Jawad Alul, another queer performer from Belgium. And when we started writing this song, we really wanted to write a self-empowering anthem and something that could be played in discos, clubs, prides. Like we wanted to have a really an anthemic song.
Hmm.
And as you say, the Because of You has a lot of symbolism because I think there's two things about the song. When it comes to my personal experience, I speak about it as a queer artist and as a queer man. And I think we all, people who are in these kind of situations, you're a bit marginalized. You find yourself on the side of a lot of things in life, and you find other people who feel the same way. And
Hmm.
bizarrely enough, that's how it works in life. Those are the people that are going to help you to let go of all that kind of marginalized shit, basically. Or I hope I can
Absolutely.
say that word
Oh,
on your. And so the song is in that sense about chosen family. I have people
mhm.
around me, even on stage, who
Mhm.
were like very important to me in that transition to accepting myself as a person, as an artist. So it really is for me. The song is if I sing it, it's about the people around me. But at the same time, the you is universal to me, and it may be a bit sentimental, but it's truly how I feel in my heart. It's like it could be your family, your friends, even your pet. It could be something even religious or spiritual for you. I think it's just telling yourself, I'm glad I'm here right now, and I'm thanking you, whatever the you is. You help me to become who I have to be in life. And it's about celebrating who you are and taking those people with you in a celebration. Like, come on, let's do this together, and let's be happy about who we are. I know
Mhm.
it's very, very like almost like unlayered as a message, but I thought it was very important to keep it unlayered in that sense.
Absolutely. I think it couldn't be a better anthem for this year's Eurovision because it's happening in the UK and it's very accessible personally for me. So like these kinds of anthems, are quite easy for me to get attached with because
Yeah.
that week is going to be a big celebration of, solidarity, music. Obviously the queer culture, contributes to the Eurovision culture big time. So
Hmm.
in that sense, it makes me all very excited. Before the music video came out,
Yes.
we all got to meet because of you with your staging at
Yes.
national selections in Belgium, and it was a beautiful staging with the inclusion of the backing vocals and all that.
Hmm.
Very powerful, very impeccable. Who or like what inspired you to create such an inclusive staging?
Well, I think it was always part of my story in the sense that once I was selected by the National Broadcasting System, the VRT, it
Mhm.
really became for me the mission to use people around me that I've worked with in the queer culture here in Belgium, such as drag artists, such as ballroom artists, because I know that maybe they don't generally get or they don't easily get to come into a mainstream platform. And the moment that I was selected, I was like, I'm gonna use this moment to put those people into a spot where they should belong, in my personal opinion.
Mhm.
And I wanted to create something that celebrates the diversity, and I wanted to celebrate something that's not that didn't have to be. It could be, but in my case, I didn't have to be. It didn't have to be shocking. It didn't have to be like in your face. It was more like, oh my God, these are all people who are great at performing.
Mhm.
They're really joyous. They celebrate who they are, and I wanted to really get that message across on the stage. And that's what we definitely did in the visuals. That was very important to me. And same was with the video. We kind of kept going on the same theme in that sense. And when
Mhm.
it comes to the people on stage, like the people you saw on stage, Chantal and Monique, I've been singing with these people for about, I think, 20 years now. They're my best friends. We have a blend like this because we've been singing together for all these years. Plus, what I think comes across is because we're actually kind of a musical family, we have fun on stage. It's really the celebration of that song is really transferred to the performance because of that kind of like trinity we had on that stage. And I think the theme of the song is continued by the performance because they are chosen family, chosen musical family. So that was kind of beautiful. Yeah, I think it's just like I said, I wanted to give a chance to show maybe something that doesn't always come into mainstream attention.
That's amazing. I mean, that chemistry definitely translates on stage. Speaking of stages, let's talk
Yes.
about some juice.
Okay.
Whatever you can say, obviously, I know that some things need to be kept
Yes.
secret. But
Yes.
now that we will definitely see you in Liverpool, will
Mhm.
there be any changes to your staging? Any surprises that we haven't seen from you yet? Is there any way that you can tease us as with regards to your semifinals live performance?
Of course, I can tease you, darling. It's easy. It comes natural to me to tease.
Great.
Well, what I can say is when we saw the whole stage of Liverpool somewhere in February, there was this big reveal of the stage. We were like, this is a huge stage, and we have to make sure we use it to the most capacity that we can use it for. So you know what I love the very kind of simplistic way of performing from my final from the national final, but I realized very quickly we have to change that. So what I can say is dynamically it's going to be very different, and
Mhm.
we shall be using much more of the stage than what we used in the national final.
Mhm.
I also can tell you that we will still use the whole queer perspective in the visuals. That will not change. But there will be more interaction with the visuals and the staging, for example. And stylistically, it's going to also be lifted. I think it's going to be more streamlined. I can tell you that already. I can already tell you that Walter van Berendonk, who designed my outfit for the national final, will also be styling me for the performance in Liverpool. But it will be a bit more. I can only say streamlined. I'll tell you that it's a bit more
Mhm.
stylistically lifted. And I can also tell you there's a third backing coming along, Sandrine. She was in the video today as well. So there's going to be three backing vocalists. And Sandrine is one of my and my husband's best friends. She's an amazing singer. Uh, and she's going to come along as well to add to the performance. So it's going to be, because of this kind of like different way, three backing vocalists and me, there will be much more happening dynamically on stage.
Oh my God, Gustav, that's what I call a proper tease. Yes,
Good.
yes. I am excited. I am excited. I can imagine the potential that is going on over there. It's going to be amazing. Um, Now, some of the acts, some of the entries and representatives of Eurovision
Yes.
2023, they have already come up with some promo tours.
Yes.
Some of them doing the official Eurovision parties across some countries, and some of them have
Yes.
their own gigs. Can we expect anything similar from you before your semifinals?
Yes, we are doing some Eurovision parties. We will be performing at the party in Madrid, the
Madrid.
party in Barcelona, and the party in Amsterdam for now.
Okay. How about London?
Not sure yet. Well, keep you posted. Keep you
Because
posted.
I'll be in London, so
Oh, okay,
I'll be
okay.
there.
I'll talk to my people. I'll talk to my people.
Right. Okay. We will sort that out. And
Yes,
yeah,
yes.
we will spread the word out. Okay. So this next question, I'm really curious to hear your answer because I think this has been overdone a little bit when it comes to you.
Okay.
And I did. I think I said the same thing in my first reaction video. But a lot of people, when they first see you,
Yeah.
have this Boy George comparison going on.
Yes.
And
Yes.
now you're pretty much known as the Boy George of Eurovision. I have seen so many reactions and so many reviews.
Yes.
Um, it has become a bit repetitive in a way, but what do you feel about it? What do you think about it?
Well, to be very clear, I'm going to say this first. I love Boy George. He's a
Mhm.
style icon. He's a pop icon. He's an amazing singer. So if people compare me to someone like him of his stature, I think that's definitely a compliment. What
Mhm.
I will say, and you're maybe right, it's like I won't say beating a dead horse because that's maybe, but it's more like, well, we heard it now. But I understand because I think once you see something of a flamboyant performer with
Mm,
someone who uses accessories, especially when it comes to head
absolutely.
accessories, this will be a link you made. And he created something so iconic that I think it's quite normal that people will kind of reference that over and over again. So I don't see it as something that's bad or something. I just think it's something that's just probably obvious for a lot of people. But then again, he's a great singer, he's a great style icon. So I can only take that as a compliment. Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now we did talk about what could happen after semifinals.
Yeah.
But you know, there is also this trend that's been quite popular for the last few years, like revamping the songs
Right.
prior to the actual, Eurovision month.
Right.
Could there be any possibility for you to revamp because of you?
Well, I can tell you now is it won't be like a complete revamp because I think we have to stay true to that early 90s aesthetic. We have
Hmm.
to stay true to the house aesthetic. I think the kind of like the beat, the kind of sounds that we use, we can't really change that. What I will say is because I'm definitely using the live vocals again, and
Hmm.
we're with three vocalists now, so it's going to be a big more gospely feel as well. And we're changing bits and bobs here as well when it comes to the vocals as well. So I think that's definitely going to be a bit of revamp. I don't think we're going to go for a completely different genre, for example. I don't see this becoming a disco anthem all of a sudden. It has to stay true to that 90s aesthetic for sure.
Oh, that's perfect. I mean, it's beautiful in the way it is,
Yeah,
personally, as a fan for me. It's an amazing song. Now, this is a question that I always ask whenever I'm talking to a Eurovision star. If you could choose a Eurovision star from the past to
right,
duet with, to collaborate with,
right.
who is your idol? Who would you choose to do a duet with?
Well, mm, there's so many actually, but the first one, because I always give it also as a reference for my favorite Eurovision entry,
Hmm.
and it may be a bit out there, but my favorite one is still Imani, Where Are You Now from 1998.
Yeah, okay.
And that's always a song I still listen to that song all the time. I think because it's also kind of immersed in a bit of club and house music with
Yes.
that beat and her vocal and a kind of melody. I think the performance that she did then was really beautiful, very simple. And she has an amazing voice. And if I would choose someone, it would be her because I'm sure we can vibe on the kind of like the soulful diva-esque vocals. I think that would be very interesting to do like a club banger with her. I think would be very interesting.
Amazing.
But on the other hand, if I also may say that, because we'll see what happens before I say this in Sweden,
Hmm.
but I've been a total fangirl for Loreen ever since Euphoria, and I followed her actually even after Euphoria. I thought Statements was actually also brilliant. I wish that would have gone already to Eurovision then.
Yeah.
And a lot of her songs that she like Paper Lights was one of her singles after Euphoria is one of my all time favorite songs. So just as a fanboy girl, I would choose Loreen as well because I just think she's an incredible artist. She's really someone who transcends everything and who has the vocals, has the style, has the songs, has the vision. I just really admire her a lot.
Are you excited about this Saturday, Melodifestivalen? I
I don't
am.
even want. I don't even want to think about it because if Tattoo goes, I'm gonna lose my mind. I will not be able to control myself. I'll be the one like crying when I meet her. I'm just gonna.
I am on a mental like fasting situation that I'm trying not to think about too many things because tomorrow there is a big party in London.
Right.
They're starting Eurovision
Right.
parties, and it will be a Melodifestivalen screening, and I probably will lose myself. And I hope that there is no one like taking pictures or like filming what I'm gonna do because
Yeah.
it
Yeah, and I mean, it looks good for her, but then again, it's still, you know, a national final and there's votes and yeah,
yeah.
so we don't know, but yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers. That's why I wanted to mention her as well.
Yeah. Gustav, last but not least, I want to ask you, since each day we know more about Eurovision 2023 in terms of the entries, have you got a favorite so far? Have you got like a song that you feel like, oh, this is great. This is what I'm attached with?
Yes, because and I have to say, there's a lot of great songs. I think it's a very diverse
Hmm.
mix of songs, which I think is great. But personally, just because I already use it when I go to the gym and stuff, and it's a great song for that, is I love the French entry. I love Évidemment by Lazara. I think it's a great song. I think aesthetically, it's really my kind of song.
Yes.
And I love that it's kind of like what she says in her vision. Like it's indeed a bit of old chanson vibes combined
Yes.
with like a disco beat, which I find super interesting. And I also love her style. It's very simple but super classy. And she seems like someone, for some reason, maybe this is me projecting a lot of shit that I shouldn't be projecting, but she seems like someone that I would like have a good time with. I could have a good kiki with her and chit
Yeah,
and chat
she
with
comes
her.
across like a,
For
you
some
know,
reason in my brain, I see that happening.
she's
Yeah.
like our girl, you know.
Yes, exactly. That's how I feel.
Definitely.
That's how
Yeah,
I feel.
definitely. Definitely. Gustav, is there anything that you would like to, tell to the fandom and let them know since that, we are together in this now?
Yes, well, I would like to say kind of a bit of a thank you because, you know, I feel when I won, it was not everyone's decision. But, you know, I do sometimes look at Twitter and sometimes look at some boards if I'd rather be honest about that. And I can tell there's a shift happening where people are like, actually, this is a good song. I think people need some time to digest their preferences, which I think is totally fine. I think that's normal that you have. I think any competition is polarizing. So you tend to like go for certain things, but it's kind of nice to see that people are like changing their perspective, going to like, I actually like this song. It's a bop. It's kind of nice to see that happening. And what I want to say to everyone is like, just think about just the songs because in the end, Eurovision, it's very maybe sentimental, but still think it's very noble that we're looking for the best song from all of Europe, from all the countries. Everyone is fighting for the noble cause of the best song. So I think let's keep it about the songs, let's keep it about the music and about the beautiful community that we have with Eurovision.
That's brilliant. Gustav, it's been a pleasure meeting you on
Same
here.
here, same here, Oz.
I'm
It's so
actually looking
nice.
forward to meeting you in person. I hope our, ways come across at some point
I would
within the
love that. I would
I will
love
be
that.
there. I'm actually going to be at your semifinal for sure. That I know. Definitely, I'll be there.
Great.
Yeah, there are some other things that I need to clarify as well. So I hopefully will see you in person, and I really hope that you can make it to the London Eurovision party.
Well,
Uh,
I'll talk to my people. I'll talk to my people.
Talk to your people. Talk to your people, and I'll talk to my people too if that
Yes,
helps.
yes. My people will talk to your people and we'll get it all sorted
Perfect.
out.
Thank you so much for your time. It's been
Thank you.
amazing seeing you, and I hope and I wish you the best on this very exciting run.
Thank you so much. You're very sweet. Thank you so much.
So much. Take care.
Bye. Take care.
Don't go, please.
I won't. Please don't go.
Okay. Stop recording.